Welcome back. Democrats hammered by ugly unpopularity numbers. This out of Axios today. And I think it's fascinating. I think it's absolutely fascinating. And I don't think the author quite understands why. She doesn't put very much into it, but we'll get into it. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let's read on. Democrats hammered by ugly unpopularity numbers. Share who say have an unfavorable opinion of Democratic Party at 57% in the numbers here. The Democratic Party is the most unpopular it's been in polling that dates back to 2008, according to a new survey from Quinnipiac. Why it matters. Democrats are struggling to repair their image with voters after a bruising 2024 election that put President Trump in the White House and Republicans in control of both houses of Congress. Democratic lawmakers are grappling and, in some cases, experimenting with how to respond to Trump's rapid sweeping changes in the early days of his administration. By the numbers, 57% of registered voters have an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party, the highest percentage since the Quinnipiac asked the question in 2008. And it's no mystery why. It's no mystery why these people are unpopular. They are the political edge of woke. And woke has been summarily rejected by the American people. So much so you can feel the tide in business, in politics, is the lagging indicator. In business and in culture, you can see the shifting tide. It's easy to see. You can see creators like myself who are being more open about what they think. I just started this, and I feel far freer than I would have had things turned out differently. Let's put it like that. And they are so unpopular because everything they want to do takes away your liberty, your freedom, and your ability to be prosperous. It's amazing how blind these people are. Just a couple more stats in this poll. 54% have an unfavorable opinion of the Republican Party. I can understand that. There's so many brainwashed people out there who still, for some reason, pay attention to the mainstream media. And there's the rhino right. We still have a rhino right that we have to get rid of. 43% of voters have a favorable opinion of the Republican Party, highest since 2008. By contrast, 31% of registered voters have a favorable opinion of the Democratic Party. That's a 12-point difference. That is a 12-point difference that needs to be exploited in the midterm elections. The only way the MAGA Trump revolution moves forward, that's if you want it to. If you don't, I have more power to you. But if you do, like I do, then what has to happen? He needs to have a Congress, a House and a Senate for 4 years to be able to enact those bills. It has to be. And in the primaries, there has to be good, libertarian, conservative, MAGA candidates to get rid of these rhinos. They have to be gotten rid of. The largest favorability advantage the GOP has had over the Democratic Party since 2008, according to Quinnipiac. Between the lines, Democrats face an uphill climb. A CNN poll conducted by SSRS earlier this month found that 70% of U.S. adults would describe themselves as disappointed with today's politics. The same CNN poll, this I think is really important. The same CNN poll found that 58% of Democrats and Democrat-leaning independents say the party needs to major changes or to be completely reformed. Reformed into what? We've seen the radical left and what they'll do. The radical left will go out and riot, and burn, loot, pillage, and murder. Might as well have a revolutionary party in charge. And if we think this group was revolutionary, we haven't seen anything yet. If groups like Bravo Lima Mike, or the Black Hand or things like that were to get into political power, the same way they did back in the 60s, we would have major, major problems. These are the children of the hippie generation. These are their children's children. They've been influenced by left-wing indoctrination. They've gone into the colleges, the failed academy as they're called. They've gone to the colleges, the high schools, and the elementaries. That's why we have to deal with some of the issues that we have to deal with when it comes to story hour and things such as that. And they have no idea why they're so unpopular. No clue. Looking back at these numbers, 57%. 57%. And you get into the nut of it right here. This is the part that's important. 43% favorable, 31% favorable. This has to be taken advantage of. This has to be jumped on right now. There have to be libertarian, conservative, MAGA candidates dethroning these rhinos in rhino districts, going at them hard. The president needs 4 years to fix this mess. It's not even going to fix it in 4. But if we're going to get a start on it, it has to be a 4-year full Congress. I think this is an enlightening poll. I really think it is. I think it's a direct reflection of culture also. This is why you have so many companies abandoning DEI, abandoning their woke policies, is because they can feel the tide turning. I think this is a number representative of the country right now in its opinion towards the agenda of the left. I really think those are our numbers. It seems to add up. And then there's the great unwashed in between who can't make up their mind for some reason, who just blindly go through everything like a drone. Sheeple can be pretty easily swayed in one way or another by a pretty face. That was Barack Obama. And the Democrats have no bench. Look at the people that are in charge of it. You got a cackling fool, a geriatric who can barely remember his name, another geriatric who just had hip surgery. Their bench is short. Our bench is huge. We have DeSantis. We have Vivek. We've got Tulsi. And first and foremost, we've got JD. Our bench is strong. And we need to have everyone pushing forward for the same goal. We need to sweep through the midterms, and there needs to be a wave like no one's ever seen before. These numbers prove it is possible to do that, as long as it's taken advantage of, because these fools still have no idea why they're disliked. No idea. Let them keep going out there and talking. Every time they talk, they sink their polls. Let them talk. Let them fall apart. We could be looking at something the style of a Jimmy Carter defeat where it takes the Democrats over a decade to recover. If that's the case, job well done. These numbers say it right here. 57% unfavorable, 45% favorable, 45% Republicans favorable right now, 31%, 14-point difference. Jump on it. Pound the message home. It was a winning message. It will be a winning message. It is a winning message because independence, liberty, and freedom is always a winning message. I appreciate you swinging by. Thank you.